Hi there, welcome to the Fierce Factor podcast. I'm your host, Kaylee Lindholm. And I think it's time for us women to shift the conversation in business and step into our feminine leadership to do the most iconic work the aesthetic industry has ever seen. Each week, I'll be bringing a powerful dose of strategy, sarcasm, solutions, and sass that will rev up your creativity and ignite your brilliance as you link arms with me along our shared path of personal and professional growth in 20 minutes or less. Let's go. Well, hello, leader. Welcome to the Fierce Factor podcast. It's your host, Kaylee here, and you are joining me for episode 132. Today, I get to put on my marketing hat. Many of you don't know that I actually have a bachelor's degree in marketing, and I love marketing. I do all my own content strategy and write my own marketing copy, website, emails, and podcasts. And everything you're exposed to in terms of our current brand footprint has all been done in-house by Team KLC with the help of a few technical experts, of course. And it's because for me, the art and science of marketing, it is like the sexiest part of business. I absolutely love marketing. It's like when you're getting dressed up for an event, the marketing would be the way all the wardrobe and the accessories and the hair and makeup, all of it really comes together. But marketing is a big word, and it's a word that is often misunderstood and misappropriated. And because of that, I think it can feel intimidating and poorly executed when it comes to a marketing strategy in a business. What typically I see happen is one of two things. A business owner thinks you can hire a marketing company, quote unquote, and then sort of wipe their hands clean of the need to think about marketing again, right? So they're like, cool, done that, check the box, hired marketing, right? Only to find themselves dissatisfied or disappointed with the results, so to speak. And I see that's happen again and again. These business owners who fall into this bucket habitually hire new people to help them with marketing and habitually become frustrated or underwhelmed, okay? So that's one scenario. Second scenario would be a business owner who just wants to do it all themselves and runs a somewhat disjointed strategy with the primary goal of just making more noise in the marketplace. So they're running more ads or offering more promotions or deals. They're probably flashing more discounts, or they're just simply posting and then waiting for someone to bite. And so this is sort of two scenarios I see that lead to some of the biggest pitfalls with marketing. So I want to talk a little bit about this today because marketing can be extremely complex if you make it that way. But remember, at its core, the purpose of marketing is to really grow awareness of the products and services you offer, and certainly notoriety for your brand, for exactly what you stand for, who you are, and who is the right fit for your products and services. But leader, I will tell you that from many years of practical experience, many solid marketing tactics will ultimately fail without a clear brand positioning strategy and execution first and foremost. And that's really where this idea of elimination marketing comes to play for me. Last week, I recorded a podcast about protecting your entrepreneurial, energetic well-being. Definitely go back and listen to that one if you haven't had the chance quite yet. In that episode, I shared an example of how a client of ours niched her business down to serve only facelift enhancement patients. So this would include women who previously had a facelift and were maybe 10 years out, needed a surgical retouch, or those who had a facelift with her or someone else and were looking for ongoing TLC to optimize their investment and to continue to slow the progression of aging. So it sounds pretty cool, right? Now think of your business. What are you specifically known for? Is it natural results? Is it trust, honesty, integrity, authenticity? I'm sure it is. And so was hers, right? She was known for all of these things too. In fact, these were sort of the things that these core really principles that made her so amazing at what she did. And that was essentially the linchpin that prevented her from owning her place in this rapidly expanding aesthetic market, because everybody could say that they had and were and delivered on all of these things. While she was incredibly talented as a surgeon and fondly loved by her team and patients, Her methodology was lukewarm. And when it came to market differentiation, it was very difficult for a patient to discern between natural results and another provider who's talking about natural results. Okay. So I hear mixed opinions about specialists versus generalists. Are nurse injectors actually better injectors than doctors that inject? What makes one esthetician better than another? Right? Many marketers will say, you are your brand, so sell yourself. And I agree with this to a point. The problem is when you are already fully booked and looking to scale, selling your natural results, trust, honesty, integrity, and authenticity, selling you will no longer benefit you or the business in the same way it did. These values can certainly shape the mechanics of how your business operates in relationship with its clients, but from a marketing strategy, it will actually do the very opposite. So let me explain. So my husband, he travels a lot for work, and so he has his own driver, basically. Her name is Wafa. He loves her. He sends her a text whenever he's traveling. She always rolls up on time. She has a very comfortable SUV, air conditioning. It's clean. She packs water. Right? She knows how to get to the airport. It's convenient and easy for him. The problem is he is so spoiled by Wafa that now he cannot drive with any other driver. It's annoying, honestly. Well, recently Wafa went on a month-long vacation and it just totally disrupted Chad's travel mojo. So she, because, in the spirit of trying to continue to run a business while she was gone, she sent another driver. And this guy just didn't do it like her. Like, I guess Wafa picks Chad up at departures instead of arrivals because the traffic is lighter. And there's like a series of other unique services that she offers that this other guy just didn't have. So while Wafa had this like magical black car driver service, she's the only one. So instead of driving with other team members in her black car fleet, my husband insists on Wafa and Wafa only. Poor Wafa can't get a break. Perhaps Wafa's challenge sounds familiar to you. You designed a very special experience for your clients. You have your own recipe for how you do things in your business. And your clients love you. In fact, they love you so much that they want you and only you. And perhaps you have other providers on your team and they're great, but they just don't have that same sizzle that you bring. And this is one of the most common barriers to scaling effectively, because when you're in this position, it's extremely challenging to separate yourself from the day-to-day service delivery in your business and into your role as CEO. You just don't have the time or the bandwidth. And that's where marketing focus comes into play. Instead of treating every client as your VIP client, actually do the research to audit your business to deeply understand the makeup of the client that is driving the lion's share of revenue for you. We call this our MVB, or most valuable buyer exercise. And this is one of the cornerstone tools we offer inside of our PEP Leadership Academy. We know by the Pareto's principle, or the 80-20 rule, that 80% of your business comes from only 20% of your clients. Do you know those clients by name? Your actual VIPs. What do they have in common? See, when our plastic surgeon client did this exercise with us, she was mind blown by her own results. She was so certain that her primary income stream came from her breast aug clients because she was doing a much higher volume of these by number. But when she really lifted the hood and examined the engine of her business, she began to list out and recognize some really interesting similarities among her clients who invested the most financially with her, were the biggest pleasure to work with, were the most energizing to her team, and who referred the most high-ticket, quick decision clients who were willing and able to spend whatever she demanded. This tool revealed a whole segment of clients that would bring in more than double the income of the other 80%. And so we designed a marketing strategy focused on attracting and retaining only these specific clients. And we did this through a process that I've coined elimination marketing. So if you scroll through KLC's website, you'll notice there's a pretty specific list of who we work with. But you'll also find a very specific list of who we don't work with. You can go check it out for yourself at klcconsultants.com. You can check out our services and programs and all the other cool things we have to offer on that site. But I'll share a few of them here with you. So our programming is not for you If you are someone who is not open to change, you are afraid to put yourself out there, you truly want to be a one-woman show forever, you are worried about what other people will say, you are transaction-minded, you are simply looking for a done-for-you or cookie-cutter solution, right? This is a list. There's others that have more to do with the tactical positioning that you're in your business, maybe how many years you've been in business and where you're looking to scale up to. But essentially, these are kind of the core things, And if you're like someone who's like, I just want to be, and that's great. Like if you want to be a one-woman show forever, God bless you. That is amazing, right? But what we're teaching over here is about scaling up through assets, through team, building programs, building training academies, building infrastructure, expanding locations, right? Building a business and an ecosystem around you that is supporting you. And so we really need to find people who have the right mindset and the right ambition to align with what we teach. So a team member once said to me that she felt this was kind of intimidating for someone, like they would feel eliminated from the application process if they didn't perfectly fit this mold. And she was correct, because we are very clear on who is going to get the most impact working with us at their very specific stage of business. And we are a no-fail company, meaning our clients succeed no matter what. But in order for us to make that happen, for us to make that bold and brazen promise to the marketplace, we must be the best in the world at that specific thing. And in order to be the best in the world, you can't be the jack of all trades. You need to intimately know your customer, offer a specific solution to their problem, and replicate that solution again and again and again and again. Think of it on the flip side. If I was to say, I work with practice owners of all shapes and sizes, 0 to 25 years in business, any growth goal, any income level, right? Would you be quite as confident that I could help you cross the next $1 million milestone in your business? Discerning buyers seek specificity. So let's think of this in aesthetic practice terms. Now imagine the difference between a business who treats women and men ages 20 to 80. They offer a wide spectrum of aesthetic and wellness services, from facials to Botox to laser hair removal to threads to IVs. The appointment lengths vary dramatically. The treatment plans vary dramatically. Skin concerns and goals vary dramatically. And the team the business employs must be cross-trained on a variety of services, products, pre- and post-care protocols, etc. The aesthetic business across the street, however, treats men and women aged 30 to 55, and they specialize in rhinoplasty. Their intake process is clean and standardized. Their team is expert on every step of the rhinoplasty procedure, the treatment plan, possible complications, very specific post-care protocols. The appointment times are consistent and formulaic. So do you see the distinction here? Traditional business education tells us that we should market in a way to attract as many customers as possible. But what I've experienced in our industry, in a space where we are selling expectations and results matter as much or more than any industry, I have a hard time believing that more is better. Have you ever looked at your schedule for the day and thought to yourself, that client? So is more actually better? Not necessarily. Instead, what if we believed better was more? Like, imagine if every client who walked through your door was a dream to work with, loved their results, respected your boundaries, paid top dollar for your services, and referred other dream clients. Does this sound like a reality for you? Because it absolutely is. But having awesome means eliminating average. And too many business owners are scared to eliminate anything or anyone out of fear of losing a transaction. But with years of experience and practical wisdom through work with hundreds of high-growth business owners, year after year has taught me is that building a business that you love is about attracting a discerning buyer. And this requires specificity about who you are, what you stand for, and how you will solve their specific problem. When consumers have specificity about what they're going to receive when they come to you, that creates a tremendous amount of familiarity, which increases their confidence in you. And when they're coming to you asking for your specific method or your signature treatment by name, they're already coming to you with a distinct desire for your services and yours alone. And this is the magic of elimination marketing. Here's who we are, what we stand for, who we serve, and here's who we don't serve. And this goes for clients, team, partners, contractors, vendors, you name it. When you believe hard in the value of what you have to offer, you won't need to settle for anything less than the absolute best. Don't outsource your worthiness. Get clear on what you stand for and eliminate everything outside of that pedigree. And finally, remember that your clarity and focus will attract and retain the best and brightest team and allow your team members to walk the walk and talk the talk that your business stands for, even when you're away on vacation for a month. Okay, leader, thank you for tuning in today. I hope you have an amazing week. And P.S., I want to give you a heads up a little bit early as we're running full speed ahead into the end of this year. I am going to be hosting my final live training for the year. I'll be running my PAM retreat December 5th through 7th. This will be a series of 1-hour mastermind sessions spread across 3 evenings where I will be training on the celebrated tool I have developed to help our clients design and market themselves by a proprietary process that belongs to them and only them. If you are looking to attract high-end clients who value your brilliance and are willing to pay top dollar for exceptional care, you'll definitely want to sign up for this 3-day retreat. This is the Mac Daddy program to teach you all about elimination marketing. A PAM will allow you to position your brand in the market in a way that cuts through the noise, helping you become the only solution to your clients' needs, regardless of who on your team delivers that service. If you're in a season of growth, which I know because you're here, Goddess, you are, be sure to sign up for this virtual event. Again, this will be December 5th through 7th at 4 p.m. Pacific time, 7 p.m. Eastern time. So go ahead and block your calendar now. This is not a webinar, by the way. This is a high level for a purchase workshop for women who are looking to scale up their business, where you will be leaving with $1 million formula for developing your proprietary method. You can check out more about this event at klcconsultants.com/proprietary method. And be sure to save that date, and I hope to see you there. All right, Goddess, now go start eliminating. I'll talk to you soon. Wait, before you go, hey, if you're vibing with this conversation and you want to join me on my mission to help 100 inspiring and intentional women cross the next $1 million milestone in their business this year, or leader, maybe you want to become one of them, head over to Facebook and join our free community, the Fierce Factor Society. Over there, we're taking this conversation to an elevated level. Get access to resource guides, podcast supplements, guideposts, and direct communication with me, my expert team, and of course, a society of fierce women making big moves and disrupting the status quo in aesthetic wellness. You can link directly through the show notes or head to Facebook and search the Fierce Factor Society. See you there, Goddess.